A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic turn of events, President Donald Trump has initiated a sweeping freeze on federal grants, loans, and other financial assistance, igniting a fierce backlash from Senate Democrats and state officials. The freeze, announced late Monday by the Office of Management and Budget, is part of Trump's broader agenda to reshape the federal government according to his vision, a move that many are describing as unprecedented in its scope. The ramifications of this decision are being felt across the nation, with several states preparing to file lawsuits aimed at blocking the order, which they claim is illegal and detrimental to millions of Americans. The freeze comes on the heels of previous cuts to international aid, which have already had severe consequences for humanitarian organizations operating in conflict zones. In Ukraine, aid groups have been forced to suspend critical assistance programs for war veterans and internally displaced individuals. Furthermore, the Trump administration has ordered organizations in other countries to halt the distribution of HIV medications funded by U.S. aid, a decision that has left clinics with stocks of essential drugs unable to provide necessary treatment. The situation is equally dire in Southeast Asia, where the U.S. State Department has suspended global mine-clearing programs for at least 3 months, leaving communities still grappling with the aftermath of unexploded ordnance from the Vietnam War at risk. Edward Wong, a diplomatic correspondent, remarked that leaders of humanitarian organizations have expressed their alarm at the sweeping nature of this aid suspension, stating that many programs may not survive the interruption. Back in the United States, the implications of Trump's freeze are equally alarming. The halt in federal funding has disrupted the flow of money to state offices responsible for Medicaid, a program that provides health care to millions of low-income Americans. The chaos created by this sudden financial freeze has prompted immediate responses from Senate Democrats, who have seized upon this opportunity to unite against the Trump administration. Senators like Tina Smith of Minnesota have voiced their concerns, noting that the freeze could jeopardize vital services for their constituents. Smith recounted a conversation with Minnesota Governor Tim Walz, who indicated that the state's system for processing health insurance payments was already in disarray. The uncertainty surrounding programs like Head Start, which supports low-income children, has left many families in limbo. Similarly, Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin has expressed her worries about the potential fallout of Trump's funding freeze on her state, emphasizing that the impact could be devastating. Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts highlighted the critical nature of federal funding for research and social services, questioning whether programs aimed at improving cancer treatments would be forced to shut down. As the freeze continues to unfold, Senate Democrats are gearing up for a legal and political battle. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has labeled Trump's actions as chaotic and cruel, stating that they have left American families vulnerable at a critical time. Schumer announced that Democratic governors are coordinating a response to the funding freeze, with 24 attorneys general from blue states already preparing legal action to challenge the order. While a federal judge has temporarily blocked the freeze until February 3rd, the ultimate resolution remains uncertain. The legal landscape is complicated, as Democrats lack control over both chambers of Congress, limiting their options for immediate legislative action. However, they do possess the ability to slow down or block nominations, a tactic they may employ to exert pressure on the Trump administration. Republicans, on the other hand, have been largely reticent in their responses to Trump's freeze, with some attempting to downplay the situation. North Carolina Senator Thom Tillis noted that he finds it hard to believe that the president would intentionally cut off assistance to vulnerable populations. Meanwhile, Senator Lisa Murkowski, who has broken ranks with her party in the past, has reported a significant influx of calls from constituents seeking clarity on how the freeze will affect local projects and services. As the political drama unfolds, the Trump administration maintains that the freeze is aimed at eradicating wokeness and improving government efficiency. However, critics argue that the consequences of this decision could be far-reaching and detrimental to countless Americans who rely on federal assistance for their livelihoods. In conclusion, the fallout from Trump's federal funding freeze is still in its early stages, but it has already sparked a significant political firestorm. With legal battles brewing and a united front forming among Senate Democrats, the coming weeks will be critical in determining the future of federal aid and the Trump administration's ability to implement its controversial policies. As this story develops, millions of Americans await clarity on how these changes will impact their lives and the services they depend on. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.